Alright, so what we have here is the Aquor V2 Plus hose hydrant, and what we are seeing in the field with these, because it's a different product, it requires a little bit different hole than what might traditionally have been seen for hydrants. Contractors are not quite sure what to expect. Masons don't know what to do when they see this and they need to finish up next to it. So traditionally, if a plumber gets to a job before the brick is installed, they are allowing this hydrant to hang out from the wall 3 or 4 inches to accommodate for that depth. And then hopefully the mason will come around and finish it correctly. What we've run into is that that's not always the case, and we've seen to where brick is, spaced off of this finish plate 1/4 of an inch, which obviously is not a good look. So we've come up with an idea to create spacers that will allow the brick to mount butt up against on all sides. Currently, Aquor makes a mounting block that we feel is a little bit big, and because of the depth, we're going to need multiple ones. So we decided to come up with our own solution. This is actually a 4-inch piece of hardy board, 12 foot long, cut to size to accommodate the size of the hydrant. And the nice thing here is that we can stack it to accommodate different types of sidings. In this instance, we're doing brick, and that's gonna we're required to use 4 blocks to make that distance. Now, the key here is we've got 6 pilot holes here. 4 obviously are gonna be needed by the 4 screws for the hydrant. But what the placement of the screws as these get stacked are important, so the finished screws don't interfere. So these first 2, these are 3-inch deck screws that can be acquired from any home improvement store. We are going to use the corner screws, as you'll see why. As we stack these, now in the second grouping of 2, we're going to use these middle holes. So obviously it doesn't interfere with these. And then, as you can see, it's not going to interfere with that finish plate either, and will allow the hydrant to sit flush onto this surface. So now you've obviously got a nice surface to brick up against. These are the stainless steel screws that come with the hydrant, which are important to use for a finished product. You want to make sure you're not getting rust rolling down the side of the house. So what you end up here with is when the contractor, the plumber, leaves the job, they can see, it's a secure hydrant that's pretty clear what needs to be done from the standpoint of the brick. There you go.